Okay. Hello everyone. This is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can log on to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net, where you'll see more about me, classes, events. You also will see, you can go look at our products. You could place an order. You could sign up to have a workshop where you can earn some things for yourself. You can sign up to be on my team and enjoy quite a few perks, the perks of being a demonstrator. Any questions, anything I can help you with, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you. All right, what I wanted to focus on this week is something that's going to be new for September. We have, they called it Perfect Partners. They chose 6 stamp sets from the annual and mini catalogs to make a die set for. And for this month, for September only, you'll be able to buy the die sets that coordinate with these sets. Now, if you don't have the stamp set yet, but you would like the bundle, yes, you can buy it as a bundle. If you already have the stamp set, then obviously, just like any time, you can buy just the dies. So it's the Apple Blossom dies in the mini catalog, the Fresh Cut Stem dies in the annual catalog, Playful Piggy dies in the annual catalog, and the Tree Trimming dies in the annual catalog, the Waterfall dies from the annual, and the Yeti to Party from the mini. So there's 2 from the mini, the Yeti to Party and the Apple Blossoms. Apple Harvest, or Apple Blossom is the name of the dies, okay? So those 2 are from the mini. Then there's 4, these 3 here, and this one here from the annual catalog, okay? I will have something, I'm trying to think, I was thinking I already put something on, but if I did not, I will put that on my page here. I think I did do that a couple days ago, but I barely remember my own name these days. But anyway, I apologize for having to be later today and than what. I've got a lot going on here, but I did want to try and do videos this week because the next 2 weeks I will need to take off because my daughter's getting married the 17th of September, so I'm going to be tied up there. Okay, so, before I do that, I'm going to show you what of these sets, I was just interested in 2. Everyone is different, so it doesn't matter. If you don't like the ones I got, that's fine. If there's others that you like and you'd be interested in, that's fine. It's just, everyone's different, so no, we don't need to be giving anyone a difficult time if we don't agree on what we like. I did get the Tree Trimming dies. Well, I still got the bundle because I didn't have the stamp set yet. This one I did get the stamp set because I love these types of stamp sets. So I wanted the Waterfall Canyon, so I just bought the dies. Okay, and I'm going to show you the Waterfall Canyon. This is the stamp set. Okay, and the way these are made, we've had some others like them, like the other one that's in our set right now that which I've got, I meant to grab it and I forgot, so I'm just looking here. It's Mountain Air, and right now I'm not going to be able to come up with it quickly, and I know I have it just not too far from where I'm standing because I have it really above my head here, but on some shelves. But anyway, I'm not finding it quickly right now. I meant to grab it down. But that has mountains, and it's got some other forests and some more different water things with it. So that is, you could also use with this. These stamp sets do not come with any sentiment. So you can choose whatever sentiment you want. Okay. And we do have quite a few different, sentiment sets that you could choose from, or Even if you have another set that has that you like the sentiments with, you don't, you know, it doesn't always have to be matchy. And I just wanted to see if I can find, I should have looked at this one. Is it that one? There is another set. I think it might be this one, but I might be remembering. And yes, this is one I still haven't gotten, and I really want to. This Wildlife Wonder. Look, it's got some great sayings that could go with that, and this could even be, you could even mix and match that in with this. So anyway, so what I decided to do was I did look at somebody's, oh wait, before I do, yes, I'm going to show you this, what somebody did, because I will be honest with you, I love these sets, but I'm not always the best with them. So it takes me a while. I have to play around a little bit, and so I had a little bit of difficulties today getting ready for this, but I'm still decided to go ahead with it. So these are like double-sided stamps. One side has, like here, this has all the detail. The other is just like a shadow. Okay, so what I did, I saw somebody did this and I decided to do it too. So I stamped them this way. Let me just move this to the side. I think you can see. Here's the shadow and here are the pieces. Okay, the with the more definition. All right, so here's like the waterfall, the background, and the details. These, I'll show you these. You stamp on the back to get this, and then with a darker color you can go over in front. Okay, you can do the same with the trees if you want. Here's some trees like that can go up here, or they could even go like in the background. There's a bridge. There's some rocks. Okay, clouds. So here, see the clouds back, front and back. These little green, this bit of greenery, front and back. The bridge, front and back. Okay, these are the two sides of the canyon. Front on this side, back on this side. Okay, I already talked about this. Trees, and if you wanted to fill them in a little more, you could do this. And then rocks, front and the back. Okay, so this is the one this is what I made for today. Okay, and here's, so I did the rocks that like the top and the waterfall coming down. Did some rocks down here. I did some of the trees up here. I did some clouds in the sky. Okay, a little bit of greenery there. Okay, so I'll kind of show you how I did this in a minute, the best I can. Again, I need to practice with this a little more. And I didn't put a sentiment on at this point. I just did this. And I'm going to show you, here are the dies that come with this. Okay, so first of all of these right here, these are outline dies. So this is an outline of, see the water, whoops, turn it around, the waterfall. Okay. This is, oops, turn it this way. Gotta make sure I do this correct. Well, it would be this one. It's just, my gosh, wait, maybe it's this one. Anyway, these are, you'd have to stamp these if you stamp them, and then, yeah, this one goes over here, I think. Yeah, this one goes here. Okay, now I got it. That goes there. Okay, you stamp it, and then you could cut that out. This one would go, it's got to be this way, I believe. I don't, yeah, because it can't go that way, so it's got to be this way. All right, so you have, so for those, for everything that you stamp, like this could cut out this if you wanted. So if you weren't, like that's one of the things I might try another time, because I had a hard time kind of really filling in here nicely. But if I cut those out and put those in front, then that would fill it in a little better. Put some greenery in back. Okay, the bridge. Okay, so here's the, all right, one more time. The waterfall. These two, the canyon sides. This one, and these four right here. So it gives you two of that one. and one each of these. That gives you, so water, so those are the dies for that. Here's the rocks. Here's the trees, like up at the top, those are the trees. This and this, these are the clouds. Is there anything else I didn't? I think that's everything. I think I got everything there. Okay, then they also have, if you want, rather than stamping, if you just want something that's got a little more definition, there's this bridge that you could just cut out and, you know, put on. These could look, these are leaves actually. We got some leaves, we got some like either flowers, we got some flowers there, some more trees and grass, and just some greenery. There's some, they don't have a bird stamp, but you can cut out some birds to put in the sky, and then more like these fern type things. Okay, and here's another bit of some of the, could maybe add something up like to the rock formation. Okay, so I'm not doing anything with those today. I will try and do something on my Facebook page, on my YouTube page tomorrow. Okay, but today I wanted to focus more on the stamping. All right, so I'm going to do my best to explain this to you in a way that will be easy for you. And because these are clear stamps, it's best to use something under it. Like we have our Stampin' Pierce mat that you can order if you don't have one. If you have a mouse pad, you can do it on a mouse pad, a magazine, you know, something that just gives you a little bit of cushioning for this. All right, so I just want to show you this one side. It's hard to see here but it's all smooth on this side. That's the side you do first. Okay, and then the other side's got more detail. Now, because they don't match up 100%. They don't match up exactly, but it's still, you still can get a nice effect with it. So let me move these over to the side. Let me just see. I want to make sure you're going to see me. Let me I guess I have to back out a little bit and see if that's, because I want you to be able to really see what I'm doing. Okay, all right. If I move this over here a little more, maybe you can see that. I'm going to it's not, no two are ever going to look alike, even if you try your best. They're never going to be exactly the same. I guess I could look similar. Okay, so now this, because I'm not doing a lot up on top, I wanted to do a little more towards the bottom and leave room for a sentiment. I'm going to put it up a little closer to the top. Some people, because they use the mountain air, they've added mountains up at the top, which that is also would be a wonderful look as well. Okay, so it's whatever you want to do. What, you know, again, your imagination is the only thing that limits your creativity in these areas, because you can do whatever you want. It's really your thing. So there's the light blue. I use Balmy blue for that. Now, and you do the lighter color on the background, and it was recommended that you do the background first. Okay, so these are upside down, and again, the smooth side's up. So this is going to go, now see this, let me see this. This kind of goes in like this. So I try and line it up like kind of close in here, okay? So this one I'm using, what am I using? I'm using gray granite. I'm just trying to get in here so I can, and again, it may not be perfectly lined up, but it's not going to be necessarily 100%, just the way it is. There's going to be a little white. Okay, then on this side, this one, again, there. Now, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to now fill in, like do the front side of these. So there's not a lot, to be honest, there is not a lot of ink left on these once you stamp them. If you want to clean it off, you can, before you do this, you can, but you really need to let it dry because otherwise they're going to slip around on your block and not be much help to you there. Okay, so this blue, I'm using Tahitian Tide today. One of the things with this, I'm finding I'm getting a lot of like dot type things and it's not as smooth as I would like. And I haven't tried, but it does it with all of them. So it's something with the stamp set. When I first did it, it was even worse than this. But anyway, I'm going to show you here. I am going to focus on lining up this part here and kind of that. It's not, again, going to be 100% because it's it's like asymmetrical down here. When you turn it over, it's not going to match up exactly right there. Okay, so I'm trying to get my head over here a little bit, but not be in your way. Okay. So there's that. And so you can see a little of the white on either side. There's I heard a couple different recommendations. One is that, oh, not this one, you could use your blender pen and you can like bring this, sometimes if you go on this ink it will come over, but the other thing you can do is put the end right in it and just kind of come up like this to help fill that in a little bit so you don't see the white. The other thing you could do is use the, and I'm using the light soft suede here to fill this in just so that you don't have that big white gap there. Because in real life there wouldn't be a big gap like that there. Use my, so you just clean these off like this until there's no more color on it. Let me just see this was playing around. Let's see. Okay, whoop. I don't know what I did here. There. Anyway, so there. So it won't put color on a different one. So there's that. You can see also if I wanted, I could even do a little bit here where the blue is. All right, so there's the blue is completed. Now for this, so what happens when you turn this back over? You're going to go to the opposite side. So when we stamped it in this, it was this direction. Well, it was this direction. I can't quite get it. It was, yeah. Oh, because it goes this, well, anyway. This one went over this way because it'd be opposite. And then, so let me just try this, do this again. Okay, maybe I'm getting mixing myself up. So when I stamp this on, oh, how did I do that? Okay, this went this way. Okay, I'll get it right sooner or later. This went this way. But when you turn it over so that the detail shows, and I got a little ink on here, I want to wipe that off. So then I'll put it on the back. So when the detail shows, see it's not, see like the straight side is here. So this is going to come over this way on this side. Okay, it's not going, again, not going to be perfect. Yeah, I'm using soft suede, but let me just, but see, it adds some dimension there because of the where it puts the color. And again, when I stamped this originally, this was over here. I turn this over so that the detail's showing, and now it's going to come over here. Whoop. Okay. Okay, I'm not perfect with it, but hey, the way they're made, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be more, and it ends up giving you almost like the watercolor effect. You know what I mean? Like nothing's perfect with that. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in some of the trees. Now, I've got Garden Green and Pear Pizzazz, but again, use the, if you want like different greens, that's what you would use. Okay, so I'm gonna, and if you want, you can do that. And then like, you know, the second generation there. There, I'm gonna get one of the other trees. I'm gonna do this one, and I'm gonna do this one in Pear Pizzazz. Okay, again, not perfect, but, and where's the other one? Right here. And now this one I'm gonna show you. Where's my, this one, let's see, whoops, let me do it, try it again. Is like that, okay? But if you don't want this little, it's this right, I want that to fit kind of in there, but it's not, I don't want that little area. So first of all, I try and stamp it a little more over here, and I think that'll be all right. And then, but if you want, just to make sure you're not going to get it, you take a piece of scrap paper, and if you're afraid you may get a little on there, and just put it over. Whoop, and then I didn't do that quite right, did I? There. And it's okay that I kind of, just because now it's over this way. Okay, what else did I, and if I want a little more green, like back here, I'm going to again try and get mostly that little one. And I think I want this bottom, I don't want the bottom of it, I just want the top part of it there. So again, I didn't quite, I'm not paying attention because I'm, anyway, like that. That's, and it's all right for now. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. Then, if you want, one of the things I did was I took my blending brushes and, whoop, I didn't want that green. I wanted the lighter green. Oh, that may be all right though, because these are fairly light. But I had this nearby so that I could cover like the blue up here when I'm doing, because really if it gets kind of a little bit on the brown, it's not as big a deal. It doesn't really show up. I probably should have had a little more. And over here, because I'm going to want it, I don't want it on my blue. But that's one way to do it. You could also kind of, and right here I'm going to do a little over on the sides, but I'm going to want some more blue down here. Then up here I'm going to do some, I'm going to use the Balmy blue. Come on. For the sky. If you wanted to have it look like there's a little bit of sun but not have a sun, you can do a little, you know, a spot of yellow someplace. It kind of shows that the sun's kind of shining through there. Nope, what am I doing? This is what I want to do. So a little more blue here. Okay, I'm going to do some blue at the, I also am going to do a little blue right in here. And it's making it look green because of the, oh, maybe I did stick it in the green. Sometimes I do that because I'm not paying attention. I'm going to do this and I'm going to add some rocks. Got this there. So again, I'm not perfect with this. But the more I do with it, the more comfortable I'll become and the better it'll be. But for right now, that's going to be good enough. Now, I'm going to show you the rocks. Okay, so let me just show you on here first. I'm going to use the gray granite for the rocks. And I actually like this side better than, so where is it? I like the rocks a little better than like the shadow, and I don't really feel like I need the shadow. So this is what, and I kind of try to fit, see how like there's little, I try to fit them in, and if you wanted them darker, you could. Now I just want to look here. I'm going to try and get just like these right there. So I do that by coming over to a corner and just putting ink on that. And in one sense it's not a big deal right here, because if it goes on the, that will wipe off. And then over here, I want a few like that. So I'm just going to go to there. And if you want, I didn't do this on my other one, but I'm going to try it here, second row. See, that'll work out as well. So it's got, this one's got more rocks. And again, I could have waited to, let me try and get the Balmy blue in here. And actually, you know what I might try? Let me try a little bit of this Tahitian Tide. It's a little darker, to kind of give a little bit of darker look. Some places, like, you know how water sometimes, especially when it could mean that there's some darker spots in the water, deeper water, whatever you want to say. There's that. Okay, now I'll show you how I did like the greenery up on top. Okay, we got two of these, and I wanted that to be the garden green. I just kind of, let's see, which way do I like it? I like it better on this. I kind of look the way this goes and the way, I don't know if you can see here, let me just show you. See how that kind of goes like that? So I try to put it kind of along here, what kind of follows that side. Oh, and that I got up a little too high, so I'll just put another right there, and the same, I could put a few more right here. Okay, and then I got this other group, this other one on this side, and again, there, I got that one down a little closer. Now this one I want to, because I don't want it to go over the edge, but you can overlap, or again, you can just do, here's my chamois here, or I can just, because see, I got a little hole there, I want to, so where's my paper? Right here. Because I just want this to be really just in there, and I'm having a hard time getting it exactly how I want it. So there, like that. Okay, so they're all like up at the top. If I was just thinking I might want a few more, just a, oh, wrong color. Pay attention, I just put it in the one that was closest to me. How silly is that? And just put a few more right there. All right, I'm going to leave that like that. Then for my clouds, I did decide to use the Balmy blue. Or if you want, let me just see, what does this look like? That way. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to go with the Balmy. The Balmy blue is a little dark, not, I mean, a little, not quite as dark maybe as we might want it there, but there's that one, and here's like a smaller one. Oh, I got it upside down. Oh well, silly me. And this one I want it to look like it's kind of coming out from behind. Let me see if I can, even though that one's upside down. There. So it's okay. It'll be all right. Oh, look, I got this down. All right, where's those rocks? They're right here. This is what I'm going to do. Let me wipe this off a little on my chamois. Because I made a mess here, I think I'm going to just try and get the center, kind of more this, where's my, right here. I've got a little, now let me just see. I have that. Ah, if I do it like that. There, that's a little better. Hides that blur, that little mess I made there. Now, what the person I was watching was saying how it's recommended to do the bridge is that you do like a second one of these and you stamp the bridge over it and then you fussy cut it out and then pop it up. Of course, now that we've got the dies, you also could, if you wanted to not worry about that so much, which I'm not doing this today, but you could cut, if you cut this out, because I'll just show you with it like this, because you can see it would have like, it's a little bit harder to see actually, but it right here would have a more, it would have some detail to it. Or you could stamp it and cut it out, because then you don't have to worry so much because it makes these holes here. Whereas when you just stamp it, the holes aren't, you know, there's no holes there. It just, so that's why they recommend stamping it over something and then fussy cutting it. But in this case, just want to see this one. I'm just wondering how, I'm going to play around with these. And as I said, for my YouTube tomorrow, I'm hoping to play with those a little bit. All right. So I'm not necessarily the best person to show you this because I do struggle, but I guess the other side of it is to just, that you can just see, yes, I was struggling, but, oh, I just realized I want to do something else. I don't like how that looks. We either need greenery here, because otherwise that kind of ends, or we need, you know, more brown. And I think, here's this. I wasn't paying attention. Where's my green? I just closed it up here. Now let me see which one is going to, let me try this one. And I think I do need a little more. Oh, that's too big though. It may look too big up there. And again, I wasn't thinking this is gonna, I don't want that. Okay, so it can, so this way at least it looks like it's trees on the mountain. Okay, and you can't even really, I mean, I could do that over here too. Maybe I will do that. This one, it's too big is the only thing. All right, let me do this side of it. And where's my, and this one I'm going to put over here because I just want this to fill in there a little, although it may be too much, but, so I got a little darker. The other thing you can do, which I think I may do, is trim it down a little because then it won't matter so much. Where's my trimmer? Right here. Didn't think about that. I did do that in my original one. I trimmed stuff down, so I make this, oh, let me just do this. I just want the very edge of this off because I got some. Right now I'm going to make this 3 3/4 and see what that does. There, that's a little better. And again, more you can make it brown. 3 3/4, so then this has to be by 5 by 5, and this was 5 1/4. So if I make it, let's see, 5. So I'm just gonna, it's 5 1/8. Oh, I did it a little shorter than I meant to, didn't I? Oh no, there we go, 5. Okay, so there we go. And then this can go on, this one I did it on the green, but you could do it on, you know, most any color you wanted. Let me see, just to kind of see if you want it on white, it could just be on white. You could put another color behind it, like the green there maybe. It's just a little bigger. That is, wait, that's not the one I want. I don't have one, I don't think, do I? Wait, yes I do, right here. So if you wanted, you could do even kind of like this, and then that's, you can put it like another color there. This could be, do I have a, just so we can look at it. This is that the, no, that's the wrong size. It's too big. I have some that are cut down here a little bit if I can get a hold of it. Okay, or like you could even have the white with a layer of that. Oh, in some ways I think I like that better than this one, so I might do that. Or if you wanted it on white and then put it on, as I already did on here, put here with this, that's not bad either. Or you could use the blue behind it. I think this one I'm going to do it on the green and then do it on the white, which has got a little the worse for the wear, but it's going to be all right. So I'll just do that quickly. I'm just going to use snail today just to be quick. But use whatever, you know, I always tell you, use what you like for your adhesive. Glue, liquid glue, you have a tape runner. Is there something else you use that you like? The tape runner is at the end there. I'm trying to use glue more, but I'm not as, I never used it too much to begin with because I'm not the best with it. But there, so there's my two. They're similar, but not exactly the same. Oh, and look, you might want a little more of a tree like right in here or something, but I'm not going to worry about that today, right now. All right, and then, you know, you can add whatever sentiment from one of your other sets that you like. And just make it your own. That's the bottom line. That's how we all do it, okay? Mine isn't going to look like yours. Yours isn't going to look exactly like mine, okay? Or somebody else's. But there's a lot of stamp sets, really, that you could mix and match with these, okay? So I would just encourage you to just use it. Don't worry about it. Just play around, play around, play around. Have some scrap paper. Just use copy paper. And if you cut it in fourths, like halfway, you know, cut it in half one direction and half the other direction, you'll have the size that's the front of a card. And you can just play around. And the more you play with it, the more comfortable you become. I know that's true for myself as well. Okay, it's part of life. Oh, it's just what it is for this kind. And then on this one, you're not going to be able to see it probably in the camera, but I did put some wink of Stella to kind of like the sunlight catching. So see, if you did, I just kind of went like this with the wink of Stella. Okay. And it just puts a little, if you aren't familiar with wink of Stella, it just adds a little bit of shimmer to it. It's like, it's got a little bit of like, what's what I want, glitter in with it, with the liquid that's in there. And so it just can add. Okay. All right, so you saw me do it, whether you can see it or not, it's on there. Okay. So, all right, everyone. I hope that this encourages you to try things that are maybe a little bit out of your comfort zone, but just go for it. You know, it's just paper and ink. It's not like you already got those supplies, just use them. And you don't like some like on the edge, trim it down a little, or, you know, do something else with them. Okay. I want to thank everyone for watching me. I hope you have a good week. Tomorrow on YouTube will be another, and again, I'm going to try and do stuff with dies tomorrow with that. And then Friday, my fun fold. And then I'll be off the next 2 weeks after that. But, all right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. And until we meet again, happy crafting, my friends. Bye-bye.